Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with a nice dose of Nintendo Switch imports, games that are releasing physically in Japan and other Asian regions that will have English, or where English is unnecessary. And they currently have no Western physical release, at least not at retail. Maybe some will have a limited Western release. As of making this video, they are all import exclusives, but anything can happen. Maybe some will have a Western release announced in the near future. Atelier, Resleriana, the Red Alchemist, and the White Guardian is going to be a huge import exclusive. It's the latest upcoming Atelier game, and there's no Western physical release on Nintendo Switch, which sucks. But there is going to be a Southeast Asian physical that is going to have English. So now you can add another big budget JRPG to your Switch collection in English. This does not have anything to do with the mobile game aside from the protagonist. This is a brand new adventure with a new story, and I am really looking forward to playing it. Super Robot Wars Y is obviously going to be an absolutely massive import when it comes at the end of this month. Both the Southeast Asian release and the Japanese release will have English, and I'm sure it's going to stand proudly in many people's collections alongside T, V, X, and 30. Tactical RPG with some of the best battle presentation that money can buy. Honestly, this is going to be absolutely huge as an import exclusive, although I do believe it's the first one on the Switch that's getting a Western digital release, which is interesting. But still, the physical is an import exclusive, and a massive one at that. It's coming in a standard and collector's edition. Corpse Party Tetralogy Pack is a big release for horror fans, 4 games in one, a bit of a genre mix. You have adventure style games, you have visual novel stuff going on, a mixed bag, but essentially, if you want to see a cool horror franchise descend into its own madness, this is going to be a massive import. All 4 games in the package have English, and it's coming in a standard edition as well as a collector's edition if you can still pre-order it. And if you want to try pre-ordering this one or any of the imports in this video, then please check the links down below in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made via those links helps support me and this channel in the best way possible, and I do greatly thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you order from VGP, you can get free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian dollars, which is like 54 American bucks, not that much. And if you pre-order from Play Asia, you can get 5% off if you click my link and use the code Jordan2025. Majogami is a big one, not only for Switch but Nintendo Switch 2, because it is one of the few known Switch 2 physicals that's gonna be a proper physical release on a damn cartridge. No GameKeep clownery with this one. It's an import exclusive, but it will have English, and it's an action platformer that indie creators always do so well at. It's a big test for them. They are a prolific indie publisher who hopefully will continue to commit to proper Switch 2 physicals if this is a success. So there's a bit of, pressure riding on it. Varlet, I don't know how to say it. The physical release for this has been known for quite some time now, but according to the Japanese eShop, the listing just came online. It will have English, which is fantastic news because the game looks awesome. It looks like a massive import exclusive. It's a school life JRPG from Furyu. Don't expect like Atlas levels of school life RPG. It's more like B tier, B minus tier. They're working on a budget, okay? And maybe this could get a Western physical release later, but it's coming out at the end of this month, so there's not a lot of time to announce that. So I think this is going to be a pretty big import exclusive, a JRPG with English. Yeah. ACA NEOGEO Selections Volume 5 and 6 are both releasing this month, and of course you know I'm very excited about them. 6 in particular has full to the brim with banger after banger in their respective series. Some say Volume 5 is a bit weak, but it literally has my most requested game on it. Twinkle Star Sprites, it's amazing, a puzzle shooter mashup, it's fantastic. And I would very much hope that a week or 2 after this releases, 7 and 8 will be announced too, that I can guzzle up. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time Nintendo Switch 2 Edition is a huge release for the Nintendo Switch 2, a console not exactly known for its proper physical releases, but very soon Japan is getting one, and it's one of the best games of the year. Okay, so most of you who were interested in it already bought it on the Switch and enjoyed that, but this comes with the base game as well as the Switch 2 upgrade pack and in English. And if you want a top quality genre mix that does a little bit of everything with gusto and charm, this will probably be the biggest import exclusive on Nintendo Switch 2. this year. Lover Kiss Endless Memories is a very surprising import exclusive that's going to have English. It is a remaster of sorts of Lover Kiss. It has more content, more polish, and more importantly for you guys, more English. The original had no English. So it's an interesting title about photographing ladies, a bit of a visual novel, a bit of simulation. I don't think it's going to be a huge import, but definitely interesting and very niche, and I would like to see more games like this. Even though I don't love games like this, I just like variety, I like unique stuff, and this is unique. Hyperdimension Neptunia REbirth 2 is coming sometime this year. REbirth 1 literally just got sent out, and I would imagine this won't be too long afterwards. This Play Asia exclusive release is an Asian version and the only Switch one to have English. There were plans to have a Western physical release, but those got cancelled when Nintendo changed their release policies in America and Europe. These games have been banned for whatever reason, so if you want the English Switch physical release of this is the way to go. The only question is, when is REbirth 3 gonna be announced? Unlike the first game, the limited edition for this one is still available, so don't miss out. You still have a chance to get this one. River City Girls Complete Edition is a triple pack of River City Girls 0, 1, and 2 plus the DLC for 2 on the cartridge. I am sure most of you already own some or all of these games in various forms from over the years, whether limited run or imports, but this is the complete edition. It literally says it on the box. If you're new, this will be the way to go to get some classic beat-em-ups in one package. Behind the Frame and the star named EOS is a double pack releasing in early August, like very soon in Japan. Behind the Frame already got a North American physical by Fangamer, one of those artsy-fartsy publishers. However, the star named EOS never did, and this Japanese version is the only way to get it physically. But wait a minute, because the Akupara narrative pack is releasing too, and this also includes Behind the Frames. For some reason, Behind the Frame needs 2 releases in Asia and Japan within a month of each other. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, this triple pack also includes Etherborn and Mutazione, I never know how to say that. All 3 of which have separate physical releases in the West, at least North America. So this import is more for as like a value pack and maybe saving shelf space. Gradius Origin had pre-orders taken in North America via limited run, but if you didn't manage to get that order in, you have another chance and you can give your money directly to Konami and not limited run, because they are the Japanese publisher and it should have English, and it's coming in the standard and collector's edition, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm really hoping I can get a review copy for it, but it's Konami, they're a big publisher, they're not easy to get a hold of for someone as small as myself. Speaking of which, subscribe, make me bigger, make Konami see me. Shinobi Art of Vengeance is getting a Western release via limited run games. Europe appears to be a code in a box bullshit. However, not to worry, because Japan is getting a super cheap, affordable physical release over there, and it does have English, but oh wait. Bullshit ahoy! Because someone, I don't know who it is, but if you're watching, you should be ashamed of yourself, because someone either at Sega or Limited Run decided to block any sales of the cheaper Japanese edition of the game to the West. Play Asia have had to cancel all their pre-orders. VGP, I think they're trying to commit to giving the people who ordered it already, like actually giving it them, but they're not taking any more orders for the cheap Japanese release. It is pathetic, so you're basically being forced to buy the more expensive limited run version if you want it. You bastards. Telenet Shooting Collection 2 is arriving in Japan at the end of this month. Of course, it is unlikely to have English, not that it's important for a handful of old school shooters. You may remember Limited Run did the first collection, so they may do this one too, but we don't know for sure as of yet. Oh is a weird name for a gorgeous looking game, a hand-drawn adventure game with a great art style. And that's the main pull for sure, because it has some easy puzzles, a mildly interesting narrative adding to the package, and you gotta give props to the developer who named a game that is incredibly unsearchable. Like, good luck. It's coming in a standard and collector's edition at the end of this month. Earthion just released digitally, limited run handle pre-orders for North America, but if you missed that, then you may want to wait on the Japanese and Asian physical happening at the end of October. I heard this is a fantastic homage to 16-bit shooters, as you would expect from the alumni who have made it. Quit Today is also releasing at the end of October, a cheap import exclusive. It's a beat 'em up set in an office where no doubt you are raging about the incompetence surrounding you, and yes, you do beat up your colleagues, which sounds fantastic. Sedap, a culinary adventure, also releasing near the end of October. It's a co-op action cooking game, although it can be played alone. Go out, find monsters, grab ingredients, go home and cook. It's been done before, but this looks like a decent game to add to the library, especially if you're into co-op stuff. DC de Capo Re is a very surprising release. This is also coming at the end of a very busy October. A Bishoujo visual novel. In English, what sorcery is this? A remake of an old school visual novel that looks really nice. Front Mission 3 Remake is getting a physical release in Japan in the middle of September. I think a Western physical could happen at some point because the previous 2 games did in some kind of form. It's just perplexing that they haven't said anything about it. Why leave it so late? Anyways, I heard that aside from the AI controversy, that it is a solid entry if you're into tactical RPGs. Japan Train Models Deluxe is releasing in the middle of October, and it's a 4-game in one pack, all of them about trains, all of them have English, and you even build your own train in these, which seems cool, and it looks like there's going to be plenty of content for train enthusiasts, especially one who like to build trains. Can you have train building as a hobby? They're a bit too big for that, I think. Lapin is a cute precision platformer starring 5 bunny rabbits, each with their own personality. The story is supposed to be pretty good, and the presentation is top-notch, but don't let the cuteness fool you, it's supposedly a rather tough game. It's releasing on Switch in Japan with English on October 9th, which is the best day ever, and it's in a standard and collector's edition. Matchmaker Agency is a management game with VN elements, supposedly okay. It got mixed reception on Steam, mainly thanks to bugs and a dodgy translation, but maybe the console release, which came later, spruced things up a bit. It's already out in Asia, it came out super recently, but there is a Japanese physical release coming to in September. The Ancient Mage's Bride Midsummer's Mirage of the Journey of Dreams is taking the piss with its long title, but it's also coming in October. It's a visual novel, brand new, set in Victorian London, with supernatural or demonic things going on. It's coming in a standard and collector's edition, and that is all I can tell you about it right now. Probably forever. Hakuoki SSL, Sweet School Life, is an otome, but it's transposing the Hakuoki characters into a present-day school life situation, and one can imagine much hijinks will occur as a result. This is a Play Asia exclusive and a standard and collector's edition, which is not cheap, but it is the first time the game has been in English, which will make otome fans very, very happy indeed. Kemco RPG Selection Volume 11. It appears I have not written a part of the script for this. I'm staring at a blank piece of paper where it says Kemco RPG Selection Volume 11. So, I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I don't know what's in it, but I can imagine, one may imagine, you may probably get 4 budget JRPGs in one package. Yes, that is going to be it. And yes, I am moving on because I can't speak off the top of my head. Magical Delicacy is releasing in September, and it is a Metroidvania cooking game, so lots of platforming and lots of bellies to feed. It's also combat free, so a pretty chill game all things considered. Apparently, it requires a little bit of patience to get into, but if you like food, and pleasing people, and not killing monsters, you might have a good experience with this one. The Aquarium Does Not Dance is an RPG Maker style game that's coming out digitally pretty soon, but the physical release is out during that wallet busting end of October period. It looks very basic and stuff, but it reminds me of Ib, which I also really liked, and this is supposed to be pretty good despite the cheapness. As long as you can get over that RPG Maker sheen, there are some good games and some narratives to experience that are nice. Soldner X Collection is a long-delayed double pack of the Soldner games, an import exclusive to Play Asia. They said it will be ready before the end of the year. Both games are going through certification right now, and as soon as that's complete and done, the physical will be put out as soon as possible, one would imagine, because it's been almost a year at this point. Schildmaid MX is another shooter that is a Play Asia exclusive. It's another one that has slightly cheap visuals, but most people like it, with lots of modes and content to add to replayability. As with all Play Asia exclusives, there's a standard edition as well as a collector's edition, of which is still in stock. Montezuma's Revenge, the 40th anniversary edition, is coming to burn our eyes when it releases in Asian regions sometime in the near future. This is a Play Asia exclusive and a remake of a supposedly classic game. Unfortunately, the remake looks absolutely dreadful. I think I would prefer the original release, which is included in the collector's edition, but it's a PC version on a USB stick. Come on. Kamitsubaki City Ensemble is a rhythm game that's linked to a visual novel that's also an import exclusive. I think this has adventure stuff going on too, but it is much heavier on the gameplay aspect of rhythm music stuff. I noticed the digital price is borderline free, but I hope this physical release comes with all, if not most, of the song packs. It's releasing in the middle of October. Castlevania Dominus Collection is a very gorgeous looking package of one of the biggest and best Castlevania retro collections, the DS Metroidvanias plus a remake of the arcade game. Limited Run did this in North America, and you can still grab it at VGP if you want to. I mean, of course you can. They made more than 30,000 copies of the damn thing, so there's plenty to go around, but the Japanese and Asian releases, they have a different collector's edition. It's simple, but in my opinion, much better. Touhou Gensou Mahjong it's a miracle, a Mahjong game, a proper one, in English, starring the Touhou girls. What's not to love about that? Now, it's been many years since I actually played Mahjong. I used to love it, but I will need to relearn how to play it. And, you know, Touhou seems like a good incentive to do so. It's coming in the standard edition, as well as a collector's edition at the end of October. What is it with October 30th? Is that like the planned end of the world or something, and they just want to get it out? Marisa of Liartop Mountain is another Touhou project fan game, and this might be the best looking one yet. Looks like a step up in the presentation and interesting design. Like, I don't care about tabletop RPGs, but this one definitely has me intrigued. I'm gonna give this one a go when it actually releases. Astria Six-Sided Oracles was available via Super Rare Games in Europe and also had an Asian retail release, but it's got an upcoming Japanese release as well if you needed another option in your life, although Super Rare Games still have stock of theirs, although I'm not quite surprised since it was the most expensive version. Detective Dotson is a cheap release that's coming to Switch at the end of October. It's a game made in India, a cozy mystery game where you solve cases with some Bollywood tomfoolery in between to add to the charm. I've checked and it will have English. Karus, I don't know if this will have English or not, but it's a shooter, so it's not important. The most important thing about this game is that it was the final Sega Dreamcast release. I don't know why that's important, but it makes me want to buy it, okay? It released in 2007 on the Dreamcast, and it was the sayonara to the Dreamcast. So yeah, it's coming in a standard edition as well as a collector's edition. Again, don't know if it has English, but it's not important. It's coming in November. Bounty Sisters, another one where English is unknown, but it's another shooter where it won't matter. At least I don't think it will matter. The game looks great, does not look like a cheap modern shmup. It's got great pixel work, and I'm looking forward to this one when it comes out in mid-December. Bit of a wait for this one. Menhera Farm and Masarada Town Story. I made a video about this a couple of weeks back. In fact, I was the one who revealed it to the world. It is a double pack of 2 games you can't get digitally in the West because Nintendo banned them, so the only way to get this in English is via this physical release. It's releasing this month in Singapore. Machikoro with Everyone is releasing in Japan on Switch in a standard and collector's edition at the start of October. A party board game with both offline and online play for 4 people to play together. And surprisingly, according to the eShop, it has English. Touhou Danmaku Kagura Fantasia Lost with Extra Song Pack 1 got a very quiet release last week. This game, the base game, was already an import exclusive, but this Asian release, as the name may imply, seems to include an extra pack of songs, making it have more content compared to the original release. So if you ever feel the need to import this game, this will be the one to get. Truck Driver Gold, a quick mention to this, the West already has the base game, whereas this Japanese Gold edition will include the DLC. Will it be on the cartridge? I don't know, but if you care about trucks and having the most complete kind of truck game that you can get, well, this will be the way to go. R-Type Delta, a quick mention to this, it has been announced for a physical release in Japan, but I am pretty sure we will get a Western physical release in some capacity. I'm pretty sure Clear River Games will do a retail release in Europe, and North America will have limited run. So it is an import exclusive for the time being, but I'm pretty sure by the time it actually comes out, it won't be. Azura's Crystal was supposed to have released already, but it didn't. It slipped and no one noticed, but it's trying again in a couple of weeks. Anyways, all the links for all these games are down below. I've probably put them in an Excel sheet for you, and if you purchase via those links, well, that is just grand and helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. Thank you so much. If you're new, subscribe, and if you watched all the way through, then you are a true legend, okay? And I want to know who you are, so please leave me a ninja emoji in honor of Sega Unlimited Run's Shinobi bullshit, okay? I want a ninja bullshit thing going on, okay? Actually, don't leave the shit, okay? Because the YouTube will think it's spam, okay? Don't do the poo, okay? Anyways, go watch some of my other stuff. I've got a lot of videos for you guys, a lot of good news, and yeah, go check them out. Have a great day, weekend, take care.